I want you to envision that you are stakeholders in my organization already. That you're either staff members or board trustees, and that's part of the exercise. But there is going to be a time where I'm going to ask you to step out of that character and think about your own organizations. I think it'll be best for that interaction part if there's something that really is from your heart, something that you're thinking about. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to take a little bit of time here to tell you what we really are hoping to accomplish today. So as far as our goals for today, number one, I want to briefly give you an intro to our work. And hopefully in the brief amount of time that I have, it'll give you a little bit of a glimpse about what we're about. The next thing I want to accomplish, hopefully, is just introduce our model of strategic planning. See, the goal today is to introduce how we go about strategic planning. And then at the end of this time, hopefully I've instilled in you an excitement as staff members, as board members, to be a part of that process and looking forward. Because so much of our organization is shaped by looking forward. Not looking back, but looking forward. The next thing that we're going to look at is just instill a passion for why. Why are we going about this exercise? And then after that is we're going to assign some teams among those of us in this room. And we're going to take a couple of days to actually discuss what it is in our subgroups, in our departments, that we really want to focus on. What are our strategic foci that feed the main goal? So take a second here, and hopefully this video will give you a little taste of what we're about. That gives you a little bit of a picture of what we're about. We're about young people, especially students, kids that are coming from their school, coming to camp for a new experience. A lot of those kids, believe it or not, although they're only a 20-minute drive from the bush or the beach, have never been to either. It's amazing to me when we have young people who are 11 or 12 years old that come out to our beach location or our bush location and are amazed at where they're at because they've never seen anything like it. And we're about changed lives in that experience. And so today, as we introduce strategic plan and what we really want to do to just reach those young people and how we can do a better job of reaching those people, I'm hoping that this time can really help us to say, why is this important and how this can be effective? Can I start with the whole concept of strategic plan? I want to start with a story. This is a true story. The photo I have there is actually of my mom and dad on a rowboat. The picture was taken a number of years ago. I want to tell you a little bit of a story about my dad. It's a very, very true story and a very personal story. My father, who's 70 years old, is on dialysis. Complete kidney shutdown. 3 days a week, he goes to a hospital in Dallas, Texas, and gets plugged into machines for 5 hours a day, where his blood and all of the toxins are taken care of. And that's his life. He jokes that that's his full-time job. And his life is so impaired from just the joys of so many things. He'll never visit us in New Zealand. He'll never get to see his grandchildren in New Zealand because of this dialysis routine that he's a part of. A number of years ago, because of some things I was going through health-wise, I had some pretty extensive tests done on me. And it came out that I'm a perfect donor for my father to donate a kidney to him. But I haven't. And if that's all that you knew of the story, and you knew nothing else, you didn't know any of the underlying reasons, the background, what would be some of the emotions that might come to mind? Or what judgments? I mean, seriously, be real with me. If you just heard that story, anybody?
Big, mean person.
Yeah. Are you selfish?
Why?
My thoughts were what brought you to that decision.
To not give him a kidney?
Yeah,
that's
it wouldn't
very
be a
good
judgment. It would be for me, it would be an inquiry. Inquiring.
If it were me and I didn't know the rest of the story, I'd say, you're a selfish bastard. I mean, honestly, I would. And sometimes I do that. I've talked a lot about the fact that I make quick decisions, as one of those eagles. And I've learned how important it is to know more of the facts. Survey the story more. Get to know it on a deeper level, because there might be something there that you don't know about. And do I do that with my organization? Or do I just take a real quick look at what I think is going on and make a judgment? Or do I research and find out more about what's going on? Let me tell you a little bit more about the story of my father. His renal specialist came in and said, you're not even going to give him a kidney, I won't let you. If you gave him a kidney, his body would kill it in 3 months' time. And we'd be right back where we started from. See, the problem with your father is that he doesn't have kidney failure. He has some of the most advanced forms of diabetes there's ever been on record. And it will kill any organ you give it to him. His problem is that he doesn't need a new kidney. He needs a cure for diabetes. And so when you hear that, you say, okay, it would be futile. It wouldn't buy him any time.
3 months.
Oh, he'll have 3 months on dialysis, So you learn more about the situation. You say, okay, that makes more sense. And I think we need to do that with organizations. We need to make sure we really know the story and know the background and know the environment. And that's what strategic planning is all about. Do I understand the scenario? That I can make wise judgments that are really for the best of the organization. So for our model of strategic planning, if I can, I would like to use this Venn diagram and talk about 3 segments of strategic planning. And so the first one is organizational context. What is the context of our organization? For instance, with Lorraine, she talked a little bit about the West Coast and her communities and what's going on there. What are the things? What are the trends? What are the real felt needs? What are the emerging realities? What's going on in our environment? These honestly are things in this circle I can't change. I can't change the community I'm in. Those are things that are out of my control. These other 2 things are things that are in my control. And one is our organizational identity. Who are we? What's important to us? What are we passionate about? What is our mission statement? What are our core values? And those things are serious matters. Because you don't just change your mission statement and your vision and your values every 6 months. Those are something that you can change. You can adjust. But they stay there for a long time. And this next item are those immediate strategic things we want to accomplish in the next 2 years to accomplish our mission, vision, and values, to reach our community or environment as best as we can. So that right where those 3 intersect, that's our sweet spot. That is where our mission and values, our strategies, our strategic action items, are reaching our environment.